understanding why drivers and delivery people can lose access to their accounts. It's called deactivation. Now, if you believe you have been wrongfully deactivated, could be a rider report, could be a person or a restaurant where you're trying to deliver the food to, they turned you in or they turned against you and you kicked off the platform. What we're going to discuss today is what works and what doesn't work, and the numerous reasons why. And we're going to have 4 companies: Uber, Spark, DoorDash, and Lyft. Why they deactivate you, what you need to do. All 4 of these companies filing an appeal through the app, through their customer support, their support team. Absolute BS, right? You have a 4 to 5% success rate if you are going through their in-app appeal. Simply doesn't work. You just don't have the professionals on the other side that understand the complexities of these problems and deactivations. And you might as well bang your head against a wall because you're simply not going to see or get the results. Now, when it comes to these deactivations, the only thing that works, my friends, is actually filing a legal appeal. Meaning, if you're filing an appeal against Uber or Uber Eats or Spark or DoorDash or Lyft, and you believe you've been wrongfully deactivated, the appeal has to go to their legal department. Meaning, a paralegal or an attorney on the other side is going to read your statement or declaration. Now, the company that I started years and years ago, and we've done over 9,000 appeals to date, is activationhero.com. I'll leave the link below. Here we package it up for you. We try to make it as easy as possible. You fill out the form, you fill out your statement. We will draft the appeal. We will send it to you for your electronic signature, and then off it goes to the legal department of Uber. Now, for example, what are some of the type of reasons Uber will give to deactivate you? Well, they say for safety issues like sexual misconduct or drunk driving, fraud involving trips or promotions, background check failures, which can all be due to new criminal offenses or serious driving violations. Other reasons include consistently low driver or passenger ratings, fraud, expired documents, and violations of the Uber community guidelines and code of conduct, such as account sharing or discrimination. And very often they'll accuse you of fraud, but they will not tell you what type of fraud you have committed, right? And it gets very, very frustrating. So have a paralegal draw up a proper appeal at activationhero.com, send it to the attorneys, and start the process. The good thing is, for the downtime, if you've been down for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, you go after those lost earnings, right? So here the one person says it's almost 2026, nobody is doing Uber anymore. I have news for you, Danny Mac. There's over 6 million gig workers doing rideshare and food delivery. Yes, AVs are on the road, but we still have many years to make money. So Natalie is getting political here. I'll leave it at that. Right, Natalie? This is not a political discussion. I will kick you out of the feed, right? We're talking about deactivations. Now, here are breakdowns of common reasons for deactivations. Safety violations, dangerous driving. Now, dangerous driving, hard for them to really prove, right? But the rider could make stuff up, right? Because they want a freebie. They want a free ride. Oh, he was speeding. He was erratic. He was changing lanes. Well, let's just kick that individual out. Boom. There we go. So yeah, no, I don't tolerate other BS when we're just trying to discuss very important issues here. So driver misconduct, sexual assault, harassment of passengers, or any form of misconduct that puts the safety of users at risk is a serious offense. Prohibited items, carrying drugs, alcohol, or firearms in the vehicle while online is a violation. Account fraud, right? Creating fake accounts, sharing those accounts. They really are quick to kick you off. Offline transactions, coordinating with a rider to cancel a trip in the app and complete the transaction with cash. They'll deactivate you over that if the rider turns you in. Background check and document issues. Background check failures, new serious criminal charges that suddenly show up. Remember, they run these things periodically. If something shows up, bam. Felony offenses or new driving offenses like DUI can trigger deactivation. Expired documents. If your driver's license, registration, or other required documents expire, you cannot continue to use the platform. We'll help you file that appeal at activationhero.com. Performance and ratings, low ratings. So consistently low drive or passenger ratings can lead to deactivation, especially if a pattern of poor performance emerges. Sometimes they give you a second chance and let you do a course, but that one's an easy one to appeal. Excessive cancellations. You are an independent contractor, so you should be able to cancel, right? But no, not according to the gig companies. Excessive cancellations, drivers with high cancellation rate may also face deactivation as it affects service reliability. So those are some of the main reasons. Now, if you go to their link and read their reasons when they say understanding why drivers and delivery people can lose access to their accounts, on this page you'll find information about the most common reasons. We went through some of the most common reasons, but they say our commitment to drivers and delivery people. We're strongly motivated to keep access to the Uber platform open and to help drivers and delivery people get online when they want to work. Losing access to your account or specific earning opportunities doesn't happen often, but when it does, we know it can be frustrating. Now, what they will also take into account are any past warnings, any past violations. They will bring it up. And again, the process is to file a legal appeal with their legal department and then also chase up for your lost earnings. We have several people in the house. Welcome you all. Here they say drivers and delivery people should be aware of the behaviors that can put their access at risk. Drivers and delivery people who have been using the platform for years have built trust with their customers, and Uber may consider time on the platform and number of trips in decisions around access except for serious incidents. For example, high ratings. If you have done 15,000 trips and have 4.9 or 5 rating, they will look at that, right? Because, it could just take one rider to screw that up for you. If any loss of access occurs, Uber will make every effort to be clear, empathetic, and consistent in our communication. That is unfortunately not true. They're exactly the opposite. And specific and transparent about the reason behind our decision, except where doing so poses a risk to other users. Outside of the most serious cases, drivers and delivery people should have the ability to request a review of any decision that removes access for more than 7 days. So if you file the in-app appeal, it simply doesn't work. It doesn't bring the results. Uber should take a consistent approach to creating, reviewing, and changing account deactivation and reviewing standards. So They say our account review process, again, I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't work. The only thing that works is filing a legal appeal and having an attorney or a paralegal look at it. Human involvement, while data and technology are useful tools for improving the safety and security of the Uber platform, manual reviews will always play a role in helping to make sure drivers and delivery people are treated fairly and that their accounts aren't affected by fraudulent reports. Advance notice. Whenever possible, we'll inform a driver or delivery person if they are at risk of losing their account or specific learning opportunities. However, there are times when we may need to remove access without advance notice, such as for legal or safety reasons. Now, for legal or safety reasons, they love deactivating you. They don't want to be sued, so they're always careful. They'll always be cautious, and it's much easier just to deactivate you. Opportunity to provide additional information. Drivers and delivery people should have the ability to request a review of an account deactivation or loss of a specific earning opportunity and provide additional information. Well, that you can do, my friends, through activationhero.com. It's the most effective way to do that. Protection from false allegations. We've established processes to identify riders and Uber Eats users who abuse our ratings. So they do have a history of riders and clients that abuse the platform or try to get freebies. And so they look at that pattern of false statements by riders and Uber Eats drivers. That'll help you if you get deactivated. Often with the aim of getting a refund. So these people often do that just to get a refund, and Uber is actually admitting it right here. Right, this is a big problem on our platform because riders and Uber Eats users will make false statements to get a refund, and the same works for Spark, the same works for Uber Eats, the same works for DoorDash, and the same works for Lyft. They will come up with very creative ways to get a freebie, a refund. So we work to help ensure that allegations made by these customers aren't considered in account decisions. So why losing access and what to do? The most common reasons a driver or delivery person might lose access to their account or specific earning opportunities are expired documents or an issue with the background check. Right now, background check or DMV issues might not be up to date, or if you've had a court hearing and they haven't updated the records, you should march your records, your updates from the court straight into the DMV or wherever you need to update them so that Uber can be notified, hey, you got this wrong. You acted on wrong or old information, right? Now, what you don't want to do here, my friends, is if you're jumping on social media and you come across this type of BS where they say, oh, contact me on WhatsApp. They will say, oh, send me $150 or $200, sometimes $300. I'll reactivate your account. A bot will reactivate your account. A hacker will hack into your account and reactivate it. Doesn't work. All of that is bogus. And most of those scams are on TikTok or in Facebook groups or people contacting you through WhatsApp. These are people overseas trying to scam good drivers of their money. Don't fall for it. So losing access even temporarily can be disruptive. So we review each report fairly and promptly. If there are steps to take to regain access, we will include them in the message we send to the driver or delivery person. Uber's customer support team can always be contacted for help. Unfortunately, Uber's contact or support team is trash. They won't do much for you. Now, if the next one here, Spark drivers, we're going to go through 4 different categories. If you are a Spark driver, if you have been deactivated by Walmart, again, activationhero.com, fill out the form, get the legal appeal to Walmart's legal department, and we can also follow up with a claim for all your lost earnings. Now, reasons that Spark will give, right? Spark will say, okay, here are the reasons we will deactivate you. Spark, Walmart deactivates drivers for issues like failed background checks, violation of the Spark driver contract and terms of use, or issues with required documents like an expired driver's license. Other reasons include frequent customer or store complaints, delivering to the wrong address, missing deliveries, failed identity verification tests, or even technical glitches causing the app not to function. Reasons for deactivation by Spark: failed background or identity checks. Drivers can be deactivated if a background check reveals a new disqualifying offense. Driver store customer complaints about the driver behavior, such as being rude to customers. Not a good thing, right? Or staff, if you're rude to their staff, they will deactivate you. They will take the staff's side, not your side. Delivery issues: incorrectly delivering to the wrong address can happen. So can happen easily. You can easily appeal that. Hey, there were 2 homes, was marked wrong. I delivered there. The complaint came in. The company deactivated me. Easy to appeal. So delivery issues, easy to appeal. Incorrectly delivering to the wrong address, frequent missing items, or accepting multiple orders simultaneously are reported violations. Document administrative issues: failing to update required documents, such as an expired insurance policy or a driver's license, can result in deactivation. Other ones: fraudulent activity deactivation can be triggered by reports of manipulating the app's functionality, submitting fraudulent information, or misrepresenting delivery details. Like I said before, you can go to activationhero.com. We'll help you file the legal appeal. Violating the terms of use: engaging in activities that violate the Spark driver contract or app terms of use. So they say, what can you do if you're deactivated? They say you can contact driver support. Again, the customer service does not work. The support, you have a 4 to 5% chance of getting reactivated. Simply go to activationhero.com and file your appeal and also your claim. Now, DoorDash, same process here. DoorDash, food deliveries, Uber Eats, food deliveries. If you have been deactivated by either companies, fill out the form at activationhero.com. The appeal, you will electronically sign your statement and you appeal. It'll go to the DoorDash legal department. It'll go to the Uber Eats legal department, and then they have 21 days to act. If they fail to act, you'll follow up with a claim for all the lost earnings. Now, when it comes to DoorDash, what do they say here? So DoorDash deactivates drivers for serious policy violations, such as safety issues like dangerous driving or assault, fraud, including faking deliveries or using a fake GPS, and repeated failures in performance like consistently late deliveries or poor customer ratings. Other common reasons include background check issues, high cancellation rates, and violations of the independent contractor agreement. Those are some of the reasons DoorDash puts forward. So the performance-based reasons: low customer ratings, maintaining a rating below 4.2 out of 5 based on the 100 most recent deliveries can lead to deactivation. Sometimes they'll have you do a course to get back on. It's much easier to file a legal appeal. Again, the link is below. High cancellation, unassignment rates. Consistently dropping orders after accepting them is seen as disruptive to the customer experience and can result in deactivation. You can claim that you were not feeling safe once you saw the address. It's easy to appeal that one. Late deliveries. Habitual lateness in arriving at merchants or customers can lead to deactivation, as it violates the agreement to complete deliveries in a timely manner. You can also appeal that. policy and safety violations, fraudulent behavior, deception, etc., they will deactivate you. Now, safety concerns, reckless driving, aggressive or threatening behavior toward customers, or any illegal actions are grounds for deactivation from DoorDash. Harassment or discrimination, engaging in sexual harassment or discriminating against customers is considered a serious offense. Don't do it, my friends. Hit the like button, please, if you can. I was deactivated back in 2024 for a photo. Yeah, you can fight. You can go 4 years back. You can go 4 years.